Hello, lovely amigos. So, let me come a little bit closer to you. Today we are going to be filming in the new room. Well, actually, it's the spare room / study / studio. So we're sorting things out little bit by little bit. Things will be turned around, but quite keen to share something with you today. So for those who watch this, I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for your patience and your time, and have fun. Yeah, it's a Friday, so not sure what day it is when you're watching this, but every day is a new day. Every day is a new chance to change, to discover something new. Self-study is savadya. And just to kick this off, this month, October, we've been going through Maitri, which is friendliness, loving kindness, and in honor, tribute, an ode of friendliness, compassion, coupled with devoted action, karuna. I want to read you something from a book gifted to me by my brother. Thank you, bro. Everyday Ubuntu by Mungi Ngomane. Apologies for my pronunciation. Probably has something to do with my denture. Trying to be more honest about these things that we go through. Yes, I have a denture. I'm 35. But that's the price from living with bulimia for many, many years. This is a topic which very close to my heart, and one of the reasons I've started this channel is to talk about eating disorders, to talk about addiction, and most importantly, to talk about recovery and hope and change, and to tell you that the narrative that you can't change is not true. It's absolute rubbish. You can change, and you are not alone. So the message is strength lies in unity, and you are not alone. Page 41. If you think something needs to change because it's unfair or unjust, the likelihood is that others will feel the same way. If we dare to speak up, we will often find we're not a lone voice, but one of many. The world is full of individuals who all want the same thing, a fair and just society, an opportunity to live in peace, with good health, a chance to provide for their families, and to feel safe and prosperous. These are fundamental needs of the human condition. If you believe in something and want to make change happen, the secret is not to give up. Apathy has the power to kill democracy and erode collective responsibility and the rights of people. If you sign a petition for something you believe in, take a further step and ask yourself, what else can I do? It might be tempting to think that's it. I've done my part. However, there will always be more you could do, no matter how big or small. Ubuntu teaches us that our force together can be a force for good, and there is enormous strength in recognizing the value of our unity, especially if we want to make the world a better place. This is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a Xhosa word from South Africa, meaning that each person's humanity is bound up with the humanity of others. It's a philosophy that expresses belief in a universal bond. One of the parallels that I am discovering that when I'm observing, learning, is this is a message reflected in many, many texts and by many teachers, that when we seek to see ourselves in other people, we begin to discover peace, because if we can see the good and the bad existing in others, in ourselves, we realize that we're not very different from each other, right? So I really encourage you to, think about what friendliness means to you, what loving kindness means to you, to yourself, how you treat yourself, how you treat your family, how you treat those in your community, and maybe any changes you could bring into your life to become someone that practices Maitri, loving kindness and friendliness, practices compassion, Karuna practices patience, perseverance, discipline. These are all part of yoga. These are all part of life. These are all lessons, and it's bit by bit progress. Yoga krama. We take things slowly. Learning to slow down is is not easy, but it's a beautiful lesson, because there really is no rush. We have, if we're fortunate, many years ahead of us to practice, to learn, to teach. If that pulls you, whatever your vocation is, your passion, to dance, to create. We're all creative beings, all of us, no matter what you do, no matter what your profession is. Creativity is inside you. Expression, growth. Expression as a form of growth, related to our Vishuddha chakra, our voice chakra, place of communication in our throat. And yeah, I guess it's important to ask, what is your voice? What are you saying? Do you have a voice? Some of us don't. Some of us don't have the luxury, the privilege of having a voice in society, or we're not heard. On the other side, are you listening? The balance, constantly looking at the balance. When is it time to listen so you can truly hear? And Chip Levine in his Sutras app tells us the prerequisite to listening to life, to listening to what the universe is saying, is Ahimsa, is non-harming, our first yama. Yamas being your universal moralities. Restraints, which we bring in so that we can go about living in a respectful, in a ethical way. The first one being Ahimsa, non-harming to yourself, to others, the planet, the environment, animals, mentally, socially, physically, energetically, spiritually. The time you spend in your head. What are the things that make you feel good? If you find that you are struggling, please know that you are not alone. That's really the message today. You are not alone. There are friends in this world which maybe you haven't met yet, and I really encourage you to start speaking about your stories. And I'm always down for a chat. Everyone who knows me will tell you I'm down for a talk, and would love to hear your story. I think it's, we're all part of someone else's story, and we're all storytellers ourselves as well. So what is the story that you're telling? What is your narrative? Is it something you want to change? You can. You really can. You are in control of that. There's a great TED talk on narratives. And when we change our narrative, I can't remember the speaker now, but I'll add it in the comment. She talks about how there's a sense of loss. We go through this period of loss because we've almost let go of something we believed for so long, and it's just not true. So like losing a friend or a loved one, we experience real loss. So don't worry if you're feeling a bit down, if something's changed, if you're on a path of recovery, sobriety. It's a difficult journey. And yeah, maybe, feelings of sadness, of loss will happen. But it's okay. It really is. It's going to feel more familiar, and the ebbing and flowing, these ups and downs, it's all about the balance. So just know that it's okay. Whatever you're feeling, it's okay. Your emotions are not going to stay there forever. They will go. When you begin to look at your emotions and objectify them, you realize you're not controlled by your emotions. You can let them go. And just like some visitors, they take longer to leave than others, but they do eventually leave. So just please have that in your heart and enjoy the rest of the month, October, the rest of whatever month you might be listening to the message in. And every day, every moment is a vinyasa, is a special movement, moving in a special way. Not on the mat only, we move beyond the mat. Everything is a vinyasa. When it is rooted in intention and devotion, bhakti, we move in a special way. So move with intention. Move through this world with intention and with love and with hope and with courage. And it's okay to fail. We're going to fail. We're going to feel awkward. We're going to feel alone. But it's all right. We learn to control our emotions, our consciousness, our chitta, always in fluctuation. Vritti are the waves. Yoga, chitta, vritti, norada. Norada is to control, chitta, the consciousness. So how do we do this? One of the ways is through breath. By controlling the breath, we learn to control the mind. Breath is huge. It's the first thing we do when we're born and when we die. Quoting my teacher Stuart. And doesn't it feel good to breathe? Sometimes we hold our breath. I've just realized I've been holding my breath for like that entire video. Where no kumbhaka, no retention. Not for this video, that's for sure. Not in your beginners. Not for beginners. And when we hold our breath, we often, if you reflect upon this, you'll realize it's true. You're holding your breath when you're anxious. When we sigh, we often sigh when we're annoyed, frustrated, but sighing is such a positive thing. Start your day, or every now and again, just get up and big sigh out. 2 or 3 big sighs, resetting your breath, resetting the rhythm. And then start breathing again. Start smiling, sending signals to your brain, telling your brain you're okay, everything's good. Everything's okay. So with that message, we're going to do just a short little warm-up sequence. Please come to the front of your mat. Bring your feet together. Big toes touching, heels touching, arms down by your side. Actually, bring your feet hip-width distance apart. So really important one. When you're beginning, please make time for your warm-ups. Please, especially, there is no need to rush. Warm-ups are still Yogasana. Yogasana comprising of our asana, pranayama, mantra, and dhyana, our meditation. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. We're just going to go through a few standing warm-ups. There's so many warm-ups we could learn. So today, keeping the video short and sweet, keeping Friday fun. Feet hip-width distance apart. Hands by your side. Look straight ahead. Start to root your feet into the mat. Growing tall, rooting down through all 4 corners of each foot. Finding your padabandha, finding your balance, finding your footlock, essential to all standing asanas. Pressing into the mat. Activating your feet, squeezing your thighs, your legs, activating your quads. Tuck your tailbone in slightly. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and back down again. Shoulder blades moving in, down, and back towards your waist. Looking straight ahead. Inhale. Reach your arms behind you. Interlock your fingers. And just open up your chest a little bit. Arms are straight. Wu-Tang hands, I call them. Opening up, don't stick the chest out too much. Lifting up the arms and exhale, release. Inhale, extend your arms behind you again, interlacing the fingers, forefinger out. Left thumb over right for women, right over left if you're a man. And on your inhale, take a mini back bend, look up. And exhale, fold forwards, bringing your arms overhead. Just let gravity do its thing. Relax your neck, relax your face completely. No tension. We cannot expand. We cannot stretch if we're tense. Iyengar writes about this. And this is both internally, mentally, emotionally, as well as physically. Bring your hands to your hips and then slowly let your hands and arms hang towards the mat. Take one of your blocks. Remembering the health and safeties, everyone. Do not practice in your first trimester of pregnancy, starting to weave through figure of 8. And first 8 weeks after having your baby, please do not practice if you have any injuries. We practice Ahimsa, non-harming. Slowly weaving the block through, creating your figure of 8 shape. Just take it easy. No inversions if you're menstruating. No inversions if you have high blood pressure. You can just take a child's pose. Weaving the block through your feet, moving with the block organically, figure of 8 shape. And exhale, place the block to one side. Fold over your knees. Knees are bent. Legs are bent. Knees are soft, Hand to opposite elbow. Ragdoll arms. This is called dangling or Baddha Hasta Uttanasana. Baddha bound hand is Hasta. Uttanasana, forward fold. Neck is relaxed. Rocking your weight forwards. Maybe bringing the weight back. Shifting into your right foot. Shifting the balance into your left foot. And come back to center. Exhale, release your hands down and slowly unravel, coming back, taking 16 seconds as you unravel one vertebra at a time. No rush, you're in a safe space. The last thing to unravel will be your neck and then your head. Bring your feet together, come to the front of your mat. Make sure you've got your blocks, make sure you've got a wall nearby. Bring your hands together at heart center, anjali mudra, feet together, close your eyes, opening up with the Guru mantra. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devu Maheshvara, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tajmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om. Om, Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Keep your eyes closed, and wherever you are in this world, use this time to offer up your practice, to set an intention, to make time for your devotion, your bhakti. Offer up your practice to someone you love, to someone you find challenging, to those less fortunate than you, to those that are alone, feeling alone, to those that are struggling in addiction, with eating disorders, alcoholism, abuse. Send your love to all of those people, to humanity, and always practice with selfless intention, selfless practice, selfless acts, selfless works, yajna. On your inhale, open your eyes, exhale, hands down by your side. Bring your hands back to heart center and rub, warming up, and reach your arms up. Hands down by your side. Come to the front of your mat. We're going to go through one Surya A, one Surya B. Hands come to heart center, anjali mudra. Don't look at the screen. Set your dristi, come to your breath now, come back to your breath. Activating Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing. Tongue at the top of your mouth or behind your front teeth. Slight constriction in the back of your throat, your glottis. Think of the sound and sensation you create when you're misting up your sunglasses or misting up a mirror, a window. Mouth closed, eyes open. Activating your bandhas. Bandhas are locks in the physical body, which help to unlock our subtle body. Energetic body, moving the prana up through the body, back down again, creating a spark, kundalini shakti. We'll talk about bandhas in another video though. For now, just focus on pressing your feet into the mat, toes, big toes touching, heels touching, balancing the weight equally, all four corners of each foot, squeezing those thighs inwards, creating space between the sitting bones, strengthening the lumbar spine. Tuck the tailbone in slightly, the coccyx. Activating Mula Bandha, root lock. A great way to explain it is as if you are stopping a pee midway. So, quoting Melanie Cooper, she gives some great examples of bandhas, great explanations of bandhas in her book, Teaching Adjustments, Teaching Yoga, Adjusting Asana. Sorry, it's on the floor there. So squeezing the pelvic floor muscles, lifting them in and up, forceful contraction of the anus, and your Uddiyana Bandha. So the Mula Bandha basically prevents downward moving energy from escaping the body by redirecting it upwards. The Uddiyana Bandha, which is in your abdominal region, lower abdominal muscles, lifting the lower abdominal muscles in and up. Uddiyana meaning upward flying lock, keeps the energy moving upwards. And then we have Jalahandra Bandha, our throat lock, net in the stream. By bringing the chin to the chest, you prevent the energy from escaping by entering into your brain and escaping the body, redirecting it back downwards and creating that spark. Today, just focus on your feet, activate the root lock, pelvic floor muscles, and your Uddiyana Bandha and your abdominal muscles. Hands at heart center, on your next inhale, setting your drishti, tip of the nose. Reach your hands up, gaze at your thumbs, Angasagra. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hands either on the mat next to your feet or take your modification. Knees bent, hands behind the ankles, look at your navel. Inhale, lift the chest flat back, look up. Hands on your shins, exhale, hands flat, looking forward, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, come forwards to a high plank, Kumbhakasana, lower down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll over the toes, straighten the arms, Urdhva Mukha Savasana, looking up, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the tailbone, come back to your inverted V-shape, Adho Mukha Savanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale for 1, exhale for 1. You can have your hands on blocks, knees slightly bent, heels up. Inhale, exhale, shoulders away from the ears for 3, exhale for 3, inhale for 4, feet are hip width distance apart, exhale for 4, don't look at the screen for 5, exhale for 5, inhale, look up, step your right foot forward, followed by your left, exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, take your modification, inhale, reach your hands up to the sky, and exhale, hands down by your side. One more Surya A, this time without count. Standing at the front of your mat. Begin with your hands at heart center. Set your drishti. Ekam inhale. Reach the arms up. Looking up. Arms are straight. Dwa exhale. Uttanasana. Look at the navel. Trini inhale to flat back. Hands can go on your shins or your thighs. Legs straight or flat on the mat by the feet. Chatari exhale. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Lower down halfway. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Savanasana, looking up. And Shat exhale, downward facing dog, your inverted V-shape, Adho Mukha Savanasana, holding for 1. Exhale for 1. Inhale for 2, fingers are spread wide. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. You're looking at the tip of your nose, the space between your feet or your belly button for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale. Look up. Sapta 7. Stepping the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Exhale. Ashto exhales. 8. Uttanasana. Take your modification. Knees can be bent. Hands behind the ankles. Another inhale. Reach the arms up above your head. Palms together. And Dasha, exhale, 10, hands by your side. Coming into 1 Surya B without count. I hope you're counting wherever you are. Hands at heart center, hands by your side, sorry. Moving into chairs, our first asana. Ekam inhale, Utkatasana. Arms straight, palms together, hands above your head, gazing between your thumbs. Dwa exhale, Uttanasana, look at your belly. Trini inhales, 3. Chatari exhale, jump or step back. Lower down halfway, Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog, lead with the heart. Follow with the head. And Shat exhale. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savanasana. Keep flowing now. Sapta inhale, right foot comes forward. Ground your left heel down. Root to rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Vira warrior, Vajra is best. Arms are straight, palms together, gaze in between your thumbs. Ashto, exhale, frame the front foot, step it back. Lower down halfway, another inhale. Dasha, exhale, back to downward facing dog. Keep flowing now. Look up on your inhale, Ekadesha. Left foot comes forward, right heel comes onto the mat. Root to rise, warrior 1 on the left side. Gazing up, back leg is straight, firm and active, front leg knee is bent. Dwadesha, 12. Frame your front foot, step it back, lower down halfway, press up. Trio Desha, inhale, looking up, upward facing dog. Chatur Desha. Come back to your downward facing dog, holding for 5. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 1. Remember, you can have your knees bent, heels lifted for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 4. Eyes open, mouth closed. Exhale for 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Inhale, look up. Bend the knees, come to your tippy toes. Walk, step, float or jump to the front. Punch it. Inhale and exhale. Shodesha, exhale. Is 16 and Uttanasana. Take your modification. Knees can be bent. Hands behind the ankles, looking at your belly. Saptadesha, 17. Swoop those arms up, back to your chair. Utkatasana, looking up. And come back to stand in your Tadasana. Samastiti, Ashtadesha, 18. Or Tadasana, Samastiti, meaning equal standing at the front of your mat. Just going to end there today, so don't overwhelm you. I hope that you're having fun and that you're learning, and just remember it's a journey. Find a block, find a pillow, place it under your sitting bones. Either continue with your own practice or just end in your Shavasana. So place the block to one side and slowly lie flat on your back. Don't worry about me. I'm sitting up, but you take a Savasana, your corpse pose. Take a deep inhale and sigh it all out. Feet hip-width distance apart or wider, arms away from your side, palms facing up. Let go of your Ujjayi breath now. Let go of the in-breath. Follow the out-breath. Begin to witness your breath. No forced breathing anymore. Just witness. Just observe. While you're lying there, I'm just going to read you one more little passage. Ubuntu is a way of life from which we can all learn, and it's one of my favorite words, she writes, the author. In fact, my feelings about Ubuntu run so deeply that I've had it tattooed on the inside of my right wrist. For me, it's a small word, but it encapsulates a huge idea. Originating from a Southern African philosophy, it encompasses all our aspirations about how to live life well together. We feel it when we connect with other people and share a sense of humanity. When we listen deeply and experience an emotional bond, when we treat ourselves and other people with the dignity they deserve. As you move forward with the rest of your day, wherever you are, whenever you are listening to this, move forward with respect for others, for yourself, for the planet, for animals. And think about how to live a life of Maitri, friendliness, loving kindness, and karuna, compassion. Please reach out to me. If you are struggling with eating disorder, with addiction, if you want someone just to talk to, just to listen to your stories, if you would like to share your stories, know that I am here. You are not alone. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, moving your wrists, your ankles. There's no rush. Coming back to the body now. Bring your arms above your head and interlace your fingers. Take a big stretch. And when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest, Apanasana. Give each knee a kiss or blow each knee a kiss. And then fall over to the right side, or if that's not available, to the left side. Still hugging your knees. Gently, slowly fluttering your eyelids open now. Placing one hand on the mat. The hand opposite to the direction you rolled towards. Press yourself up and come to your Sukhasana, your seated, cross-legged seated. Easy pose. Doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. Place a block or a pillow underneath your sitting bones, or 2 blocks, 2 pillows, a bolster, something which will elevate your hips higher than your knees. Bring your hands to heart center and anjali mudra, prayer, thumbs into your sternum. Open up your heart, your chest, soften your eyes, your face. Closing with the Gayatri mantra. Come back to that intention, that devotion you set at the start. Keeping your eyes closed, chant after me. Om Bhuvatsava Tatsavacha Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Teyo Yona Prachodayat. Om, Om, Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for your hard work, your time, your patience, your support. Please keep persevering. Be patient with yourself. We're in no rush. Umbula Satguru. Thank you so much. Open your eyes and give yourself a big clap wherever you are. Oh, I enjoy. I'm very much looking forward to our next rendezvous together. I'll be on the other side of the room. Hopefully you'll still be watching. And yeah, in all seriousness, please, please, please start practicing love and fighting for love. This is the book I was mentioning by Melanie Cooper, and the beautiful, wonderful gift from my bro. Love you, bro. And thank you, Mum, for your support, and Simon too. Adios, amigos. Bye.